Welcome back to Reality Hits Matt. I'm your host, Michelle.
And I'm Matt.
This is a podcast where I watch reality TV and my husband reacts in case anyone's new here and hasn't joined us since season 1 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. But yeah, I watch reality TV. Matt does not like watching reality TV.
I don't
wants
watch
nothing
any
to do
reality
with it.
TV, but I do not mind you telling me about it, and it's kind of funny, so...
He loves the drama. He just doesn't want to see it for himself.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
So, anyway, today we will be talking about Season 3, Episode 9 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
One more to go after this.
One more to go.
All right, great.
And we'll do our recap. And then
The full season recap.
And then we'll be in Season 4, which is currently the most recent season.
Okay.
Season 5 will be coming out at some point. I don't think that they've sent the release date yet.
Okay.
And we know that they're filming for Season 6 right now.
Okay.
So,
jeez, it's a lot.
It's a lot, but we've caught up to where when we started Season 1, they aired Season 4.
Oh, right. Okay.
So we have done a lot of legwork to get caught up to this point, and now we're getting into a lot of more recent stuff that I kind of, was aware of when I was watching Dancing with the Stars, so that's interesting.
Right.
And we're definitely getting into a realm of, it's almost a show about the show now, if that makes sense. Like, and I think we'll talk about it more this episode.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I think that's going to
know what you're
continue
talking
into
about.
Season 4 as well.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get through Season 4 before Season 5 comes out.
I hope so. If not, like halfway through.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll power through 4 and we can do more of Cliff Notes, like Let's Marry Harry. But I say that, but I'm really excited about Season 4. So
all right. Well,
we'll see.
Let's get to this. Let's get through this episode and see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do a really quick recap today because we just did Let's Marry Harry.
We did.
And I have a lot going on in my mind about that and more names added. And yeah, so last week, Season 3, Episode 8, the girls were getting ready for press. Whitney confronts Demi about a lot of the stuff that's going on because also the timelines are so crazy.
It is.
And that's kind of confusing me because they were recording the reunion, but they were halfway through recording for Season 3. So Whitney didn't know about a lot of the stuff that Demi was saying and doing.
Yep.
So there was like the voice note that Jen had.
Yep.
So Whitney confronts Demi on that, and Demi kind of has answers for a lot of things, but she didn't know about the voice note.
Right.
Connor is like fully backing Whitney, like, yeah, Demi is like definitely in the wrong. Like
backing Whitney.
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah, but I think Whitney is not. She's like confused still.
Well, I think she gets more like she like comes around, but like he's like fully like against Demi, like.
Yeah, and like he's supporting her in what she wants to do, but he's challenging her, I think.
Okay.
Like,
well, then at the like it comes around to where like he's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a quick recap.
Wow, you guys see what I have to live with. Fine. Okay.
Yeah, and then the Taylor Dakota thing at the end comes out. Taylor's heading out and she gets a call she calls her sister to tell her about the call she got from her therapist. Yeah, and that's it. And then that's that. Come on.
I'm not saying anything anymore.
And that's my recap.
Okay,
all
great.
Right, let's move on. Tell us about Episode 9.
Episode 9, the Book of Judgment. I feel so judged right now.
Oh, man. All right.
We're judging each other.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
I feel targeted.
All right, let's get into it. So the girls arrive in LA for the press, minus Jesse and Layla. They are in New York for press there. So they're going to be joining the other girls late. So
it's like dual press.
Yeah,
LA,
they're just
New York, they're
all
just
over
everywhere.
the place. Like probably like Good Morning America.
Oh,
New York,
like
flying
talk
out.
shows.
Yeah,
and
talk
stuff.
shows
Okay.
and all that.
Okay.
Taylor says that she has a huge day ahead of her with press, and she has Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight.
Okay.
She says that what was supposed to be an exciting night was ruined by Dakota.
Yeah, I'd
So
say so.
she says that all of these big milestones have always been ruined by Dakota, and we do even see that and know that he tried to sabotage her Bachelorette premiere when all that stuff came out, when he dropped the video.
Oh, right.
He has consistently used these big moments to drop news, to let it leak, to
right.
you know, all this stuff to kind of fuck with her brain.
Okay. Jeez.
She says that if she could get out of all the press, she would, and she even thought about not coming at all, and just everything has been ruined, and she doesn't know how she's going to get through this week.
Okay.
All the girls are getting ready in hair and makeup, and then Demi comes in the room, so Taylor's like getting ready, and she's doing her own makeup and can see Demi in the mirror. And
okay.
Demi was like, is this the right room? And later Taylor was like, yeah. I was like, come on in, girl, like get in here. And like Taylor seems unfazed by Demi being there, probably because she has too much on her plate. So she does say hi to her, and she says that she has too much shit to worry about.
Okay.
Jen says that the vibes are off in an interview. And, oh my God, I don't know what it is, but everything that Jen says annoys me. And the way she says it. And she goes, oh yeah, the vibes are totally off there. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just not the biggest
Your
Jen
vibes
fan.
are off, Jen.
Yeah, pretty much. And she hopes that press doesn't end in a bloodbath.
Okay.
So this was a very quick beginning. The intro plays, and when we come back, Whitney goes into Miranda's room to say hi to her. Miranda says that she doesn't have an issue with Whitney, but she is skeptical about how close Whitney and Demi are, so she kind of like is keeping Whitney at an arm's length.
Okay.
She says that maybe if they can get Whitney out of her own head, they can show her the side of Demi that they are all seeing.
All right.
Whitney tells Miranda about the dinner with Demi. Whitney tells Miranda that she wanted to create a safe space for Demi to tell her side of the story. She says that she takes these accusations very seriously, and she's going to continue to do so. Miranda hopes that Whitney wasn't swayed by Demi because Demi can have a way with words.
Okay.
Whitney tells Miranda that she left the dinner feeling okay with Demi, but then after talking with Connor more, she's confused because Connor pointed out how some of what Demi is saying doesn't make sense. Whitney says she doesn't know how to support Demi when she doesn't feel like Demi was being 100% honest. Miranda points out that that's why all these girls have such a big issue with her.
Yeah.
Because the accusations that are being thrown out there, while it may seem like the girls are turning a blind eye to assault, it can be life-ruining if the accusations or whatever's out there isn't 100% the truth.
Right.
Whitney in an interview says that what's happening between Demi and Marciano is not affecting her relationship with Demi, so she is going to be good with Demi.
Okay.
And will keep supporting her.
All right.
I find that troubling that you're going to say, just because I'm not in the middle of this drama, I'm going to be okay with it and I'm just going to still be friends with her. But what if she actually is making something up that could be potentially life-ruining to someone else?
Right.
I hold my friends to a moral standard.
Yeah.
And wouldn't want to be associated with someone doing that, and I would hope my friends would do the same to me, you know?
Right.
Like,
well, I mean, there's more to it. There's the Jesse thing, like telling Marciano what to say.
Yeah.
Like, that's shitty.
Telling Jen what to say, telling Marciano what to say, making, like, potentially making up the sexual assault. We don't know 100% what happened there. All this stuff, it's like, it's just a lot. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to get to the bottom of that?
Yeah, just brush it off. Well, I'm just going to be friends with her.
So Miranda says Demi is making it seem like the girls are turning a blind eye to assault, and regardless of how icky and sleazy she thinks Marciano is, that type of accusation, if not accurate, can ruin his reputation.
Yeah.
So they end the conversation, but I think Miranda is seeing that Whitney is kind of in, like, she doesn't know right now. Like, she's still trying to figure it out. And she's still trying to figure out how to proceed with her relationship with Demi.
Okay. All right.
So the girls are all in a van on the way to press, and it's Michaela, Macy, Miranda, Taylor, and Jen in one big van, and then Whitney and Demi are traveling separate to all these things. So apparently it's gotten out that the girls can't get along together. And so they have a few group interviews to do together, but then a lot of it is going to be separate.
Okay.
Between those girls going to do press and Whitney and Demi going to do their own press.
All right.
They're in the car, and Macy is asking Taylor if Dakota is going to come out, and Taylor says that she doesn't know. Macy says that the last time they were out for press, Dakota kept sabotaging each of her interviews right before she would go out. Taylor tells the girls that she almost didn't come to press because of the drama with Dakota, and they ask what they're fighting about, and she says that she's not ready and can't talk about it right now.
Okay.
But the girls are like, oh, how convenient that he decided to
during press
fight with
again.
you. Yeah, so they're not impressed. In the car with Whitney and Demi, Whitney is talking about how they put tape-ins in her hair, and she goes, oh, but these aren't Jay-Z. I refuse. So she is not supportive of Jessie and her hair.
Right. Okay.
And I don't think she's ever had Jay-Z. I know she used to go get her hair done there, but I think it was more for filming and like getting it styled than it was
not like
going to get her
actual
hair
extensions
done.
and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And she's actually, since moving to New York, invested in another friend's hair extension.
Okay. All right.
Demi asks how her conversation with Miranda went, so she knows that Whitney went to go talk to Miranda. Whitney tells Demi that the girls' opinions are not going to change, and maybe some of Demi's thoughts she should keep to herself. So I think what Whitney's trying to say is, like, you're not going to sway their opinion, so your strong personality and stance online should maybe be kind of held back, because she does comment on a lot of things and she puts a lot of stuff out there, and so I think Whitney is trying to nicely tell, because I had to rewatch that scene a couple of times because I wasn't sure what the advice was that Whitney was trying to give her about her thoughts should be kept to herself. And I think that's what it is that, listen, like, by you commenting or you putting more out there, it's not going to change these girls' opinions, so don't waste your energy doing it. Like, just figure out a way to move on from this, because it's just not, it's not going to change.
Right.
And she says they are valid in how they feel. So she does tell Demi that the girls are valid in their feelings about what's going on. And Demi didn't push back on Whitney when she said that. So I thought that was a good thing that Whitney was trying to be like, in the middle.
Yeah.
Demi says what is frustrating is that this affects none of the girls, yet they are sitting around talking about it. I don't agree with that, especially when you posted a story saying that the women aren't supportive.
Right.
You also brought Jesse into all of this drama with Marciano and encouraged him to come out with all that shit. So it does affect the other girls, and now you're creating a narrative that it should just be the focus of your assault, supposedly.
Right.
And they should support you and understand that, and the actual act of the supposed assault doesn't affect them.
Right.
It's like it's almost like she's rewriting the history that happened here, and it's like
she never had Marciano tell the lies about him and Jesse hooking up, and it's just her story, how she wants to tell. Okay.
That.
All right.
Back to the van, Miranda tells the girls that Whitney came into her room to talk to her, and the girls wish that Demi would just admit that she was flirty with Marciano, and it would look way better for her. So they're at the point where they're like, instead of backing all of this up, she should have just owned that she was being flirtatious. And even Miranda's like, there's many a women and husbands that can be flirtatious, but you don't cheat. Like, flirting is like a part of life. I do think that the texts were a little bit much. I do think that would be like considered emotionally cheating if that happened to me. Yeah. But I do think it would also be a better look than trying to double down on the fact that he sexually assaulted you.
Right.
So anyway, we get to the interview. So talk about a timeline mind fuck here.
Great.
So think about this. They're doing press for the season 2 premiere. So all of these interviews are asking questions about season 1. Because
Okay.
they haven't, no one has seen season 2 yet.
Okay.
So for a second, and then the way that they are answering these questions, because they don't want to give away too much of season 2.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, like you're living a life where you're almost done filming season 3. However, all these girls have to put themselves back into season 1.
And they
to answer
just filmed
questions,
a reunion for
and they
season
just
2.
filmed a reunion for season 2, but they can't, in these interviews, they can't say too much about
talk
season 2.
about season 1.
I'm like, what the?
Wow. Yeah.
So we get to the interview. The interviewer asks about Halloween. And so I did go back and watch this full interview for Entertainment Tonight, because I wanted to see the full response, because you can tell that it's shortened.
It's been edited, yeah.
Right, we're not going to see an
18-minute
interview in a 50-minute episode.
Yeah.
So the interviewer, I'll tell you how it got edited on here, and then I'll tell you like my thoughts based off of watching the whole thing.
Okay.
The interview asked about Halloween and asked me if she has regrets and and wishes that she handled it differently. Demi says, no, you should never touch a woman. Miranda then pushes back and says, don't you think you overreacted a little bit? Demi says that it wasn't okay for him to shove me. And Miranda says, I don't think he shoved you. And then she goes, well, touch me. I don't know what to call it. And Taylor backed up Miranda in that point, like, no, he didn't shove you.
Right. Okay.
Jen then says, well, I didn't give the male stripper consent. And Demi goes, that's a whole different story.
Okay.
So Whitney, meanwhile, while all this is going on, is saying, this is so inappropriate. This is unprofessional. I just want to throw water on these women to shut them the fuck up. We should not be going down these rabbit holes.
Right.
In an interview with Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
And she's like, people are going to watch this and be like, what the hell was that? And these women all hate each other when they're supposed to be in a group about supporting and uplifting one another. And this is the shit that they see. The interviewer then asked Demi what happened with her and Marciano, and Demi says, nothing. Well, nothing on my end. And then Jen starts laughing. Jen says, well, apparently I have a cease and desist from Demi. And Demi goes, prove it. You should be able to pull it up. If I sent you a cease and desist, it would be in your email or in a text. And Demi keeps telling her, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. And Jen just goes, people are just going to have to watch for future seasons, and I have the receipts for it.
Okay.
Jen then in an interview says that her manager was called by Demi's manager, and Demi's manager was threatening a cease and desist.
Okay.
So a threat is not actually getting a cease and desist. So that's where this ended here.
Okay.
In the show.
In the show. All right.
I watched the full interview. How it went, which this matters for the conversation with Miranda later, and this matters for a few things. When the interviewer asked Demi if she regretted the Halloween behavior, and Demi said, no, you should never be touched.
Okay.
He then had a follow-up question of, well, did you think it was too much for Brett, in the front lawn, yelling at Chase, all this stuff? And she goes, yes, I do think that it escalated to that point, but Brett didn't have the full story.
Okay.
So she said, I was proud of myself for sticking up for myself in that moment.
Right.
And I don't regret telling a man that it wasn't okay that he did that.
Okay.
However, I went upstairs and Brett was reacting on minimal information.
Right, and took it a step further.
And he went into protective mode, which is something that I'm happy he did. He's my husband.
Right.
And I think any husband here would do that. But yes, with the full scope, that got a little bit out of hand.
Okay.
So that's what Demi said.
Okay.
She did say the shove part, and then Miranda said, I don't think he shoved you. And then she was like, touch, I don't know what it is. That does come up later. Then with the whole cease and desist thing. So when Jen goes, well, I didn't have consent for male stripper. And then no, it was the Marciano thing, the Marciano question. So what happened between you and Marciano? Demi goes on to explain to the interviewer, I cannot say a lot right now because it is ongoing and it has turned into a legal thing.
Okay.
So what I can say is I didn't do anything on my end.
Okay.
And so the interviewer goes, oh, okay. And then like Jen kind of made a face, or I think Jen made a face, but the interviewer asked Jen, what's your opinion on this? Because you were at the villa. And that's when she laughed. So she didn't laugh in the middle of her talking.
Oh, but
she
they
did
edited
laugh.
it, then it
Yes.
looked like that.
So she did laugh, and then she said, well, apparently I have a cease and desist. And then when Demi was like, no, no, I didn't, like, pull it up. And then she's like, well, I can't say anything because of that. And she's like, you can say whatever you want. I didn't send you a cease and desist. Say what you want. And so she's like, okay. And then she like backpedals and she goes, well, people will just have to watch future seasons to find out.
Okay.
And so, yeah. So it was, for the show, it was edited very oddly.
Yeah.
So for those that want to, you can Google Entertainment Tonight, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives interview. It'll pop right up with, like, it was like the first one I saw. And I just like recognized their outfits were all the same. So I clicked on that, watched it. It's about like 13 minutes. So you can watch the whole thing to get the full scope of that. So they go from the interview they cut to Connor and Zach going out to a restaurant to grab snacks together and talk about how Whitney and Jen are going to be on Dancing with the Stars. Zach says that they just bought a triple stack stroller that fits all 3 kids. So him and Connor are going to be rocking the triple stackers together.
All right.
He did make a comment like, if anything can pinpoint you as a Mormon, it's a triple stack stroller. And I was like, I mean, Catholics have a lot of kids too. I don't think I would be like, you're a Mormon, but I'm like, okay. Okay, right. Zach. Connor tells Zach that he told Whitney that he would quit his job for her to go on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
And he is full on, I'm going to be a stay-at-home dad. I'm going to support my wife. This is awesome. She's doing great things. And he is all in for it.
Okay.
At this point, Zach and Connor both seem really excited, and they plan a ton of stuff together, going to museums. There's tide poles, whatever. They're going to go to museums. They're going to see stuff. They're going to do stuff.
All right.
So Zach suggests that they become stay-at-home dads together and homeschool their kids.
Okay.
And Connor says, man, this really wants to make, like, this, like, them being at the restaurant, them being there in the, the excitement. He really wants to move to LA. So Connor's all in. It seems like Zach's all in. I know for a fact that changes next season. Zach has issues.
Okay.
So I thought it was interesting that this was his attitude now, knowing what I know later.
Okay. All right.
It goes to Demi and Whitney in the car together, going to a different press thing. Demi starts crying, and when Whitney asks what part of that interview made her emotional, Demi says that she's just feeling really misunderstood and betrayed. She feels like she is being held responsible for other people's actions. She said, for example, when Chase touched her, everyone is saying that she overreacted, but she doesn't think that she did anything wrong and was proud of herself for doing that because she would have never done that before.
Okay.
Whitney says that this is the most vulnerable she's ever seen to me. And in that sense, right, standing up for yourself and telling someone no to their face is very empowering and is something that takes a lot of courage. So I do understand with the whole, like, saying Demi overreacted in that moment. I don't think she overreacted, but I think this situation escalated because she didn't explain to Brett what happened.
Right.
If she had just been, don't touch me, and then went to go tell Brett what happened, and then Brett had a conversation or, like, left it alone and just, like, supported her, I don't think that would have been an overreaction at all. So I think Demi is taking what people view as the whole situation as the overreaction, and she feels very targeted for, like, herself.
Yeah.
And I think that goes a lot later on too, and Whitney kind of points it out that everyone wants to be right, but sometimes it's not about being right. It's just about understanding the other person. Like, it's just like, okay, like, this is your reality, this is my reality, we can understand one another, move on.
Yeah.
So Whitney says that this is the most vulnerable she's ever seen to me, and with that vulnerability, she's understanding these situations a lot differently, and she's gained a different perspective. and would love if the other women could see that and understand that.
Okay.
They go to another interview and the girls play most likely to. The first question was most likely to film a shady TikTok. And they all point their little pointer fingers at Michaela or Taylor. And Taylor's like, I'll take that one. Like, I don't care. Whitney and Demi then are separated and they get asked who is trying too hard for content. Demi says Taylor and Whitney says Jesse.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a would you rather, who is,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So, but I thought that was interesting that Whitney said Jesse. So
Right.
the girls go back to refresh their hair and makeup, and Macy then, this is just like a little clip that they inserted. So Taylor's going to Jimmy Kimmel Live, Whitney's going to Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Okay.
Macy goes, does Whitney still have her publicist? Is that how she scored Jimmy Kimmel? She thinks it's a very interesting choice and very odd.
Okay.
So the girls don't agree that Whitney should be there with Taylor.
Okay.
Taylor is in her room now getting ready, and there's no cameras on her, but you can hear her. Like, and I
Okay.
don't even think she's mic'd up. I think that they just have like a mic near her door.
Yeah.
And you hear her say, Mom, this is happening to me. If I can handle it, you can handle it. So she has told her mom about the Dakota situation. Because
Okay.
last episode, she wasn't sure if she was going to tell her mom.
Yeah.
She wanted her mom to enjoy Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel. But I guess when she saw her mom and her brother when they flew out for Jimmy Kimmel, she's like, I felt like I would betray her if I didn't tell her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she ended up telling her. They show Leanne in the corner of the room sitting in a chair with her sunglasses on and like holding her bag, and Taylor's like laughing like, oh my, she's like, oh my god, Mom, like look at yourself, like get over it. And Taylor's mom's like, this isn't funny, Taylor. And she's like, well, either you need to laugh or you're gonna go into depression, so I'd rather laugh about it.
Yeah.
And the whole time her and her brother are just riffing, being like, they're so gross, they can be together, they deserve each other, it's disgusting, all this stuff. Taylor's hoping that Dakota stays the fuck away from her when he gets there because he's staying at the same hotel. And meanwhile, while she's in the room getting ready, Jesse, Jordan, Dakota, and some of the other husbands are downstairs checking in.
Okay.
Miranda goes to see Whitney as she's getting her hair and makeup done for Jimmy Kimmel, and Miranda asks Whitney about the ET interview and if she talked to Demi about it. Whitney says, yeah, we did, and overall I feel like it wasn't the time or place to have that discussion. As they are talking, Demi walks in and asks what they are talking about, and they say the chaos that was Entertainment Tonight, and Demi says, yeah, that was a shit show. So at this point, Miranda confronts Demi on her position of not regretting what happened and saying that Chase shoved her. Demi says that she never said she didn't regret what happened and that Brett going out on the front lawn yelling at Chase was unnecessary. So this is the first time you hear Demi in the show say that.
Oh, okay.
Even though I listened to the interview, she did say that. She did say that. So okay. I was like, okay, if you're just watching the show and you didn't go watch the Entertainment Tonight, you'd be like, oh, now she's backpedaling, and she didn't say that, and she said she didn't regret it.
Did.
But she did.
All right.
And she says that she said shove because she doesn't know what to call it. My issue with Demi here, too, is that she keeps reenacting what Chase did to her to Miranda, and I'm like, stop touching Miranda. Like, you don't need to be like, I don't know what that is. Like, stop touching people. Like, if you don't want to be touched by a man, don't touch other people. And, like, I just think when people do that, it's kind of, like, trying to be dominating over them, to be like, well, this is what happened to me.
Right,
like,
right.
No, we were all there. Miranda was there. It was on camera.
It's on camera.
Like, we don't need people to be touched. And that just, I don't know. Personally, that rubbed me the wrong way. Miranda's stance is that she does not agree that Chase shouldn't, like, she's like, I don't think that, like, he should have touched you. Like, I'm not saying that. But escalating it to a shove is dramatic.
Yeah.
And she feels like Demi makes these crazy accusations that can harm people's reputations. So she goes, touching you and, you know, being demeaning towards you and saying someone shoved you, like a man shoved you, are two different things.
Yeah.
It's a wild jump to go from this to that. And it's like, well, no one's arguing that he should have put hands on you, and no one's arguing that he was an ass that night. To go to shove is like, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And to me is like, she's basically like, the semantics don't matter. And Miranda's like, they do. And it starts escalating, like, what is a shove, what isn't a shove. Demi says that Miranda bringing it on Entertainment Tonight was so inappropriate, like challenging Demi. And Demi says that he touched me and that's not right. And Miranda is saying, yeah, no one's arguing with you, but don't say it's a shove. Miranda just ends up ending the conversation because it's going nowhere. And she's like, I know Demi knows that this is a slippery slope and a very sensitive topic, and I feel like she's exploiting it.
Yeah.
Whitney says everyone has harsh feelings right now and they are letting them out. And Demi says that Miranda needs a media training class ASAP. I was like, what? Like, what? I'm like, I watched Entertainment Tonight. It wasn't that bad. Whitney says in an interview that she's going to be a hypocrite because she does this too sometimes. But it's not about being right. And right now, Miranda wants to be right and Demi wants to be right.
Yeah.
And it's about understanding, and these girls just can't do it. Whitney says it's exhausting riding the fence, and she goes, I don't know how you do it, Macy. Whitney then texts Miranda as Miranda's in a room with Jesse and Michaela telling them what happened. And Whitney texts Miranda and says, I know that conversation was tough. I hope you're okay. So Jesse and Michaela both are like, does Whitney think that Demi was being too much? And Miranda's like, I think so. Miranda shows the girls a text, and Jesse says that obviously there's issues with Whitney, and Whitney's stuff is just stupid. She's just dumb. And Michaela kind of goes like, yeah, that sums it about, like, oh, like, you know, those kind of eyes. Jesse says that the stuff with Demi is life-ruining stuff and very serious. So I think they're at the point where they're like, Whitney's not bad, she's just annoying to us.
Right.
And then here's Demi, and it's, does Whitney agree with her? Then that makes her on that level.
Right.
Or is she understanding and like understands that Demi is like just totally off in love?
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to figure that out a little bit.
Okay.
At this point, Demi calls Brett to tell him what happened with Miranda, and at this point I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, dude, like, I get calling your husband, but like, she's on speakerphone getting her hair and makeup done.
Oh jeez.
In front of producers,
Yeah.
in like a room. It's Whitney's just sitting there staring at her, probably because the producers told her she had to. Like, she doesn't even say like 5 words. She just sits there and like looks at Demi as she's like on the phone with Brett.
Okay.
Brett says that Miranda is so deeply routed in white trash and that she's absolutely disgusting. I'm like, oh my god, is that a wild leap to try to support your wife?
Yeah.
Is to just immediately start calling women white trash. Okay. Brett says that he has no respect for any of the women except for Whitney. They are lying, yipping cowards. Brett compares this to Jerry Springer and says that if that's what the people want, then let's give it to them. Like, so in this moment, when we go through and we're talking about how could Brett be okay with these text messages to Marciano and how could he know everything?
Yeah.
This is his mindset. And he's fucking insane too.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, they're meant for each other.
Yeah, I don't think he's mentally stable. It sounds like he's crazy. Anyway, sorry, don't come for me, Brett. I'm not white trashed. Brett says, just remember you're dealing with people that are not your friends, which I do think is a good way to put it, but I think the rest of it could have been left out.
Right.
Meanwhile, the producers in the room, you can tell, are very uncomfortable with everything happening. And Whitney was like, tell us how you really feel, Brett. Whitney says, regardless of what Demi has done or said, she hates the way that the girls are treating her. I'm like, Whitney, just stop talking. And that no one wants to even have a conversation and try to understand. And I don't agree with that. I don't think that they haven't tried. Jesse has sat down with Demi. Layla, didn't want to have a conversation, but then Demi just started yelling at her at the event. Miranda was trying to have the conversation with her, and it was just, no, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. And Miranda's like, no, like, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
And so I do disagree. Like, I do think these girls have tried to have conversations
Right,
with
right,
her.
definitely.
And yeah, but I don't know how much Whitney knows besides the Miranda conversation. I'm assuming Demi told her about the other run-ins at the influencer events and events like that.
Right.
In the Jesse conversation, I'm assuming that she told her about all of this, but
Yeah, you don't know though.
I don't know what she told Whitney though. Like,
Right.
how did that conversation go?
Oh, I
It
mean,
was
I'm
all in
sure. Yeah, it
Demi's
was,
perspective.
to me, was great, and
Yeah.
other people were assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we go to Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Whitney and Taylor get there. Taylor says that being there with Whitney does make her sad, remembering where they started and where they are now, but it's cool to see all the trials that come with it. Whitney tells Taylor that she is going to feed off of her energy because she's very good at remaining calm in these situations, and that kind of catches Taylor off guard. She's like, I'm freaking out right now. I don't know what you're talking about. Whitney says that she tries to treat all the press as business, but there is an emotional and friendship aspect to it when it comes to this stuff because they're sharing this experience for the first time together.
Right. Okay.
Taylor says that's why she still wants Whitney around and tells Whitney that she still sees her as a friend, and that catches Whitney off guard. She was very surprised by that, and Whitney does tell Taylor that for a long time her mindset was me because she didn't want to be hurt by anyone.
Right.
She says that she was going through hard times and she was hurting and she thought everyone was attacking her, but then after the reunion she realized that everyone has something going on, and she realized that she hasn't been there for the girls, much like she complained for the girls not being there for her.
Right.
So Whitney is starting to realize that she does care about these girls and wants to clear the air with them, despite saying she was only there for business.
Right, yeah.
So through all this press, and you kind of see it more and more, it's like she's taking it all in, and she's like, wow, we built this thing. And again, this is after the season 1 aired, and this is before season 2 premiere. So
right.
now they have the following. Now they have the hype behind it. Season 1 just... it dropped. Like, it was like, let's see what happens with this. So she's looking at this and she's sad. She's like, we're all fighting with one another, but look what we created. Like, look how big we've gotten. Look at the brand that we made. And it's like, but no one can celebrate together because they're all fighting.
They're all fighting one another.
Taylor tells Whitney that she just wants to... So, and at that point, Taylor told Whitney, like, that's all the girls wanted to hear. This is what we wanted to hear from you. Like,
right.
That's it. And like, if you can bring that to the group and the girls, like, I think that would be huge. And so Whitney was like, really? Like, I didn't think anyone ever wanted to talk to me again. So after they had that, like, heart to heart, Taylor does tell Whitney that she just wants to cry, and Whitney asks her why, and Taylor says that she can't talk about it yet, but some information that's come out from Dakota is hurting her. And at this point, Whitney is very supportive, and Taylor says she just wants to enjoy her press, and Whitney goes, well, today we will. And so Taylor in an interview says that she is really happy to have Whitney there in that moment, and that she was kind of like a shining light in that kind of gray spot. So you do see them kind of connecting a little bit more. Okay. Whitney then suggests that they do something funny when they go out on stage, and Taylor goes, what? And she goes, let's fight for the seat closest to him. So it was already set, like, Taylor was supposed to be closer, and and then Whitney. So they practice, like, how they're gonna, like, move and, like, stuff, so, like, then they don't, like, hurt one another.
Yeah.
And so they practice this, and then they wish each other good luck, and then they go out there and they do it, and everyone, like, laughed and loved it.
Okay.
So
all right,
it was a hit. And I think I saw a TikTok when that interview did come out that they really some people take it and run with it. People thought that Whitney was trying to get the seat closer.
Okay, yeah.
And then when this came out, people were like, this, like, healed my soul to see this. And it's like, they sat down laughing. Like, they showed the clip and they sat down laughing. And even Taylor's mom and Connor, who were backstage, were, like, laughing. Like, clearly it was a joke.
Yeah.
I'm like, people need to calm down. So after Jimmy Kimmel, they don't show any of Jimmy Kimmel because I don't think that they could. They just just showed, like, the walk on. I think maybe 1 or 2 questions.
Okay.
But the girls go to dinner before the premiere. So this is everyone minus Whitney and Demi. They're still not with the rest of the girls. Before Jesse and Taylor walk into dinner, Taylor's talking with Jesse, and Jesse tells Taylor that she talked with Dakota and asked Dakota, like, are you mad at me? And he was like, no, I'm not mad at you. It made me feel like good to get it off my chest, because she's the one that pushed Dakota to tell Taylor. She's like, I can't not tell her.
Yeah, because she was going to tell her.
Taylor asked Jesse if she knows the extent of all of it, and Jesse says, yeah, she heard that there were multiple pictures and that they had a plan to meet up, but then he pulled the plug.
Oh, jeez.
Taylor says that Dakota only told her about one picture, and that this lady kept asking him to meet up, and he kept saying no. And Jesse's like, no, that's not what I was told. Taylor starts crying and saying that she had like a hunch that, this lady was flirtatious with Dakota. And so I guess like this isn't super shocking maybe, but it is. Okay. And she's like, even when I asked Dakota if there's something going on there, because like they would all go to like family events together, like via her mom's house. Like they had a lot of interaction as a group together, like this person. And she asked Dakota if something was going on, and Dakota made her feel crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Taylor says that this is now the fourth girl that he's done something with. So we knew about Jenna. We know about this lady. Apparently, there were 2 other girls.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Taylor decides to call Dakota and confronts him about the discrepancies and what Jesse's telling her versus what he told her. And Dakota says Jesse doesn't know what she's talking about and says that Jordan is making stuff up. And she goes, you better tell me the truth because it's all going to come out. And then Taylor hangs up the phone on him.
Okay. Jeez.
Meanwhile, all the girls are at the table and they're like, where's Taylor? And then Jesse's like, she needs to be the one to tell you, so I can't.
Okay, yeah.
The next day we go to the premiere and they all get on a double-decker bus with like their face. It's like the season 2 photo of all of them.
Yeah.
And they're all like, this is when they were like in the water getting out, and it's like, so they're all like wet from head to toe.
Yeah.
And it's like big. Like they are blown up on this double-decker bus. So they're all taking photos in front of it, and then they get on the double-decker bus to go to the premiere. And then this is when Whitney says that it's ironic that they are here at the height of their careers, yet the state of MomTok has never been lower.
Yeah.
She does care about these girls, and she is going to get this group back together.
Okay.
She says it with authority.
All right.
Back in Utah, Taylor goes over to her mom's house, and they are planning to call this woman to confront her.
Okay, so like press is done.
Press is done.
They're back home.
Okay.
So quick transition there.
Yeah. It was like they were all like, it was just them taking photos, and then it was like commercial, and then when it came back it was like Provo, Utah.
Okay, all right.
So they're back in Utah. Taylor goes over to her mom's house to call this woman to confront her.
Oh, they're gonna call her mom's friend.
Yeah. And so Jesse and Taylor and her mom, like they say her name on camera, but then it's bleeped.
Okay.
And then when they call her, they change her voice.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So this woman must have like been like, I don't consent to being on the show, and don't put my name in here, and I will sue for defamation if you do. Like,
okay,
because you are talking shit about her, and there is no actual proof as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's probably text messages.
Yeah, there's probably, but they don't show them on the screen.
Okay, all right.
So they call her, and the voice is modified. Taylor tells her that Dakota came clean to her because he felt guilty. And this girl just immediately starts playing stupid. And she's saying, I don't know what you're talking about. She says, how do you not remember the photo you sent him? It was so inappropriate. She goes, I don't remember sending a photo. I didn't send a photo. Then all of a sudden she says, no, I sent a photo, but she's like, Taylor's like, it was you in your underwear. And then he said that your body was so hot. And she goes, no, that was me in a swimsuit. And the photo was from Florida. And she's like, I don't remember that response from him. And so as this lady is denying this, Taylor's mom interrupts and goes, she's lying. You can hear it in her voice.
Okay.
She says that she never invited him over, and if she did, it was probably just to cry it out. And then Taylor says, yeah, to cry it out and fuck. And this lady goes, no. And so her dad's in the room too at this point. Like, he comes in when he hears the conversation going on. He doesn't say anything yet, but we end in the middle of this conversation.
The episode ends in the middle of this okay.
And we pick it up.
God, they just keep this Taylor Dakota thing at every, like, the past 3 episodes. It's been a cliffhanger. Right there, ending on something like that.
Gotta keep them coming back.
Wow. Yeah, of course. Yeah. We gotta talk about something next week.
Talk about something. So yeah, ended there.
Great. All right. Well, we'll pick it back up next week. And then we'll have the season 3 full season recap with John.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're getting there.
And then
it'll
we'll
be season 4.
Start season 4 and sprinkle in some Let's Marry Harry through all that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great. This is a lot.
And soon, Dancing with the Stars, September 2nd, the list
That's
will come out.
list of the people?
The list,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know when the air date is.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, we'll pick it back up next week. Thanks for listening, everybody. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at RealityHitsMatt. It's RealityHitsMAT, just one T, Matt. Same on TikTok. If you want to shoot us an email, drop us a line, have any questions or comments, realityhitsmatt@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.